Shalom Aleichem, welcome to class. I'm Rabbi Dr. Oluwafemi. We'll be addressing the biblical Hebrew and with a fundamental topic, and that is the symbol, the Qamet or Qamet-hatuf. So that's a symbol among the short vowels that we have in biblical Hebrew. This is the symbol. So it has been a challenge deciphering this particular symbol. So this could be seen as Qamet or seen as Qamet-hatuf. Now, these two particular structures, they are vowels in biblical Hebrew. Now, Qamet is seen as a long vowel. That's a long vowel. And this is seen as a short vowel. However, same symbol. So in this teaching, I'll be bringing up a few examples or instances so as to understand when this structure is Qamet and when this structure is seen as a Qamet-hatuf. And now, when we talk about Qamet, it has to be a long vowel, and that is a long vowel ha. That's a long vowel ha. This Qamet, and we have Qamet-hatuf as a short vowel. That's a o. Alright, now this particular vowels, they are very, very important in biblical Hebrew, but to identify which is which, then you have to understand the words. So it is the form they take in a particular word that will determine their actual function, either functions as a Qamet or function as a Qamet-hatuf. So let's have a few examples. So when this comes majorly or usually in an open syllable, so it is seen majorly as Qamet. So that's the very first point that I'll be highlighting. However, to the Hebrew rules, there are exceptions. So, but generally, when we have this symbol in an open syllable, we have been following teaching talking about open syllable. Open talks about the consonants, then having a long vowel or naturally long vowel majorly. So that's an open syllable. Now, when it is found in an open syllable, it is usually seen as a Qamet. Let's have an example. Rabbi. Alright, so we have a word like daba. We have da-ba. Daba. Alright, so in the translation we have dialect, we have Qamet, we have bait, we have Qamet, and we have resh. Now, from this particular structure, this, which is an open syllable, is seen. This particular structure, this particular symbol is seen as Qamet. Yeah. Because from the teaching on syllable, open syllable are formed majorly by a combination of a consonant and a long vowel or a naturally long vowel. Alright, now This are the symbol. So, and this has to be either a long vowel or a naturally long vowel because it's an open syllable. So when you see this structure under normal circumstances forming an open syllable, then this symbol will be translated as Qamet, that's long vowel a, and not as Qamet-hatuf. Alright, so that's one thing. Now, the exception that we have there is unless the syllable is not is accented. So without the accent, then this seen in an open syllable is Qamet and not Qamet-hatuf. So that's one thing to note. Let's see another example. So we have a word like yeah. We have the Yamut, let's transliterate. We have Va, we have Pata, short vowel. We have Yod, this a syllable divider. We have Yod, we have Qamet, then we have Mem. Now, this is another structure, but this is Qamet-hatuf. It's Qamet-hatuf. Then we have Tau. Now, from this particular structure, it is seen from the particular structure, it is seen as Va Ya Mot. Now, how do we understand this? The first way to differentiate between this and this, so as to know either this is Qamet and this is Qamet-hatuf, is this symbol is usually Qamet, that's a long vowel, when it is seen in an open syllable. Now this is an open syllable, that's Yod and Qamet, that's an open syllable. When you check the definition of the open syllable, talked about a consonant and a long vowel or a naturally long vowel. So this is an open syllable. So Qamet-hatuf cannot form an open syllable because it is a short vowel. So unless it is seen, it is unless it has exception cases, Qamet-hatuf cannot form an open syllable because it's a short vowel. Now, these are closed syllable. Then we have Mem, so this won't be Qamet, it will become Qamet-hatuf because it's a short vowel, it's a consonant, a short vowel, and then another consonant. So that's why we are having it this way. So this is Mut, and that's the last syllable here. So now the lesson is that when this symbol is found in an accented syllable and then an open syllable, it is seen as Qamet rather than Qamet-hatuf. So this is Qamet. That is Qamet-hatuf. Alright, so that's the first thing to note about the Qamet-hatuf and then Qamet. So the first thing that this is an accented syllable. So once this symbol is found in an accented syllable, an open syllable, then it is seen as Qamet, that's a long vowel. But when it's seen in an unaccented syllable, this is another syllable, mem, Qamet-hatuf, and tau is another syllable. So once it's found here, then this will not be seen as Qamet, but it becomes Qamet-hatuf. So that is a Qamet-hatuf. So that's that about that on the particular structure. So let's see the next form, because we have another example so as to show how to differentiate between Qamet and Qamet-hatuf.